You gonna put comments?
No, I'll.
There we go.
Are we live?
All right.
All right, people. I'm here. I'm sort of happy. I'm happier than I was yesterday, so I'm feeling pretty good.
That's good.
Yeah. Dealing with. You know what I needed to do last night after I talked to you? I just organized for like 5 hours. Yeah.
So is tool grid?
I'm almost done. Like I've got all the grid is in, so all the boards are in.
Yeah.
I'm waiting on some pieces to come from Michelle at the Tool Grid, some of the prototype pieces for all of my. I was able to fit my entire Milwaukee, my version of the tools that I need in one of those big drawers.
Yeah.
So like the whole thing, everything except for the tire inflator, all in one. A tire inflator, and I did buy the laser.
The tire inflator's huge.
Yeah.
Right.
But I have a spot with all my Quick Jacks crap that you made me get in that. And so I think I have like 11 empty drawers, which is perfect because then you have capacity. And man, my garage is dialed. So I've got some more organizing to do this weekend. I'm going to take out. I'm building a charging cabinet like in my house, where I bought 2 long power strips
inside the house.
Yeah, because I have some sort, but I have like my camera stuff in the garage, and I don't like it in there.
Right.
It's like the cabinets aren't big and deep enough, so I've got a good spot for it.
Cool.
So, and that's where my laptop and my iPad kind of sit, and I'm gonna like chop out the inside of the cabinet, do some modifying.
You have an
It's gonna
iPad?
be good. Yeah, I do.
Do you actually use it?
I use it a lot.
Really? Oh.
I use it to travel.
Okay.
Yeah, Rusty
Makes
talked
sense.
me into it, and I'm like, I've had an iPad so many times, especially since I have the car service. It brings me back and forth.
Right. Yeah.
So I use the iPad a lot. I don't have to tether.
Yep.
But I kind of use both.
Yeah, they really need to put LTE or 5G in a Mac and just get it over with.
Yeah, they should. The new M4 or M5 14-inch came out. I want an M5 60-inch or 16-inch.
16, yeah.
And I may wait. Supposedly there's like a whole redesign coming on a MacBook.
Yeah, I just don't like the current industrial design is kind of old, right?
Yeah.
Square old.
Mm-hmm.
Sonic, you working on my deadline?
You see me? It's on my desk.
You passed my deadline. You didn't get my Sonic
I know,
done.
October 15th. I'm pretty sure I've got the mix, like what I want it to be.
Yeah.
Now I need to go through the catalog and see how many already exist.
Right.
Because I don't want to recreate something that's close.
If it's
enough.
close, yeah.
Right.
Okay.
And then I'll we can sort of basically I just want them to create like every screwdriver. Put it in how many films do I need? Put every screwdriver in it. and then divvy it up like you have your main screwdrivers and your specialty screwdrivers.
Right.
So that's what I want to have, like Torx and like mini and micro, like PH 000, 000, those kind of things. Yeah. So we're going to get that rolling. But I want to have that figured out here soon because 2026 is going to be the year of the tool.
That's right. Yeah.
Well,
I know some of the guys on the Facebook group found the European launch of the Sonic MSS, right?
Yeah. Yeah. It's I think it's going to be, it's so good. It's so good looking, and I just opened up all the floor jacks you got me.
Yeah,
they're pretty good. I like them.
Yeah.
And we're targeting price points that are more realistic than the AC Hydraulic, certainly than Pit Boss.
That's right.
It was good enough that I walked my Pit Bosses over to Tim and I said, all right, put them on Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah, that's a good sign.
I think they might be sold, but hit up Tim at obsessgarage.com if you want a fire deal. I was selling them for $500. They were mine, so I had 2. I had the big wheel one and the really, really low profile one. Those are $2,400 a piece or something like that. So I'm selling those off. I think we have some other stuff in the OG marketplace, a flex polisher. The other stuff may have sold, but I sold off like a Rupes cordless. I think that sold.
Did that sell?
What else did I have? At T44,000, 4,200 or whatever. I had the.
So the
LED.
clean out process continues.
Yeah, it's funny because I bring everything and I'm like, this is the vetted.
Right.
And then I've I do this often. I just did this in my closet the other day. I ask myself, I know I like this.
Right.
I know I want this, but do I really want it to occupy space? And so that's how I ended up with a bunch of empty drawers, because even in a lot of the stuff was all tool gridded out in the ProSlat array.
Right.
And then I just like, man, I don't want this. I don't need this. And so I bought a whole bag filled with stuff. I, put a bunch of stuff back in inventory, like new stuff that I never used, and really narrowed it down. I'm like, I polished 5 cars in the last 6 months, and I use these 3 polishers. Why am I holding on to all this other stuff?
Right.
And that's an obsessed life. You have to punt.
And that's what we're doing with the catalog too, right?
Right. So we're going through the
concept.
Obsessed Garage catalog. So, my lessons learned here is what got us here was the pursuit. New. We need to complete it. Build the end-to-end solution. Build it, and then we kind of stayed on that path and just kept stuffing it filled with things.
Right.
All great stuff, all viable,
Yeah.
all we've sold some of. But then what happens is we're too, how would you say this? You're too few to too many. Like you're not focused. Like we can't support too much stuff. And so we give too little time and energy to too many things.
We have to divide up all of our time across too many products.
Right.
And we want to keep products that are great continuously discussed, right?
And so I think in life, this is a big picture in life. I memean, I take this really hard, like this, but enjoy so much the purge or the reorg.
Yeah.
Right. I really enjoy that process, but yet I always look at the reorg or the readjustment as a failure instead of hey, I learned something. I created some additional value by building the encyclopedia of knowledge, and it's not. I just recently identified it's not just that way with money or cars or a drawer. It's everything. It's a product catalog. It's your time. It's energy. It's everything. Yeah. Running. You go too far and dial it back. It's okay. So we're doing that with the OG catalog. That way we can have like beautiful pages for everything. We can market everything. We have timing, seasonality, timing to market everything. Maybe not everything we would want.
I think we're really trying.
Better.
We're really trying to sit down and simplify some of the solutions and kits.
Well, because the fear from a business perspective is, oh man, if I get rid of these things, then I'm going to go out of business because I'm not going to sell anything anymore.
Right.
But if I had that philosophy from the beginning, I would have been retailing.
Right.
And so we're not a retailer, and I want it to make sense. Mm-hmm. Our packages are a little bit too big. Yeah. Our choices, a la carte choices are a few too many.
Yeah, and the net result of that is it's really hard to keep it all in stock, right? I mean, just managing the inventory, the SKUs, the vendors.
So like what happened toward the end of the end-to-end solution completion is like, man, where could I fit this in? Mm-hmm. Instead of, do I love this like beyond explanation? And I think that most things, I'd need to love beyond explanation in order to really to support it. So then we sell onesie twosies, and it requires a lot of inventory, a lot of capital, a lot of time, and kind of gridlocks. All your life can gridlock with too many options, too many choices. So the ratchet back, the cleanup, and then you guys get to watch me go through this. And think lesser of me or better of you or learn from it. But, and I'm going to do this 100 more times, and the real point of enlightenment is when I can accept it. Not only accept it, but enjoy it and realize that that's the thing. That too far.
Yeah, you love the process.
Right.
Really. I mean, that's what that.
Yeah.
It's not about the things, it's about the process.
Yeah, but the process requires a lot of failure, a lot of too much. My process requires too much. Yeah. Too many, too much in order to figure out what works. Right. I mean, there's 9 JTR subwoofers in there. I don't think the guy who makes the subwoofers had all 9 of them in one room at one time, And so and that's the case for most of the products. Yeah. Get every Viper chair we have sitting out here.
All the Sonic jacks, every Viper chair, every quick jack.
Right. Every Kinepix, every Koken, every tool, every Sonic foam inlay, every Sonic one. Send me every Sonic toolbox. I had every toolbox near at one point, every pressure washer. And it's not about the pursuit of the materialism of getting all of it. It's about the knowledge that you can acquire from just being in the presence of it. Some of it isn't even like the function. It's just the resonant frequency.
Well, just having them side by side, right? It's like you have this perception of what something was when you, right? And if you don't put them all together and look at them all at the same time with the same, expectations.
But and I'm okay with that, and I don't beat myself up over that. But sometimes it's like, well, I'm going to do that with, I'm going to get into mountain bike. I'm going to buy too many tools and too many bikes and too many helmets and too many seats. And then I'm like, oh, shoot, I don't even like doing this. And you feel bad, and it's kind of beats you up a little bit, and so the real point of enlightenment is where I can just accept that. And then I've been so fortunate in figuring out how to leverage that and create a value prop and create a business around it, create a reason that there's some value to that absurdity.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
There's some value to it. And there's a value to going too far in the process, because then I can develop a process that actually makes sense.
So Shane says he pulled the trigger on a Rousseau array. Thank you, Shane. You'll enjoy that. That's a good way to get the garage.
Wonder what
going.
color you got. What color did you get? Let us know.
Yeah, you'll have to let us know. Let's see here. Let's take this question. FL340. Quick press all question. The sprayer is spitting touchless everywhere. It's not spraying anymore, just leaking out of the head. As the bottle failed, I've tried soaking the metal tip in hot water.
It'd have to be traceless he's talking about. Traceless just doesn't work.
Right.
Touchless and traceless are nuclear, for any kind of spray bottle. Yeah. With the exception of the one that he has. I don't know why, the one that it comes in. So I use traceless. You're going to nuke a spray head every 3 months, sometimes shorter.
Right.
So you can just buy a new spray head. They're $10 a piece every month, or you can just use the bottle it comes with.
It's not guaranteed, but there's a kind of a coin flip chance that if you soak the whole sprayer head in hot water for about an hour and spray hot water through it, that it will restore the gaskets, because sometimes it will shrink the gaskets instead of fully destroying them. It's not guaranteed, but it has worked.
So John's saying sometimes if you soak it in hot water for an hour, the gaskets will come back to shape and it'll reseal itself.
Because what's happened is it's the high alcohol content is essentially drying out the seals around the, in the spray head. And so then the seals, when they dry out, they shrink and then it squirts past it.
Right.
And what we're going to do, I think, is probably send some traceless to those guys. Maybe we have to make a special head or something. But, mine lasted for about 6 months and then did the same thing. I didn't try to fix it. So maybe I'll try that tonight.
Yeah. I mean, the only other thing would be to pull it and run water through it or something to clear it. You might extend it, but that's a pain. I mean, that would be
but I don't think it's clogged. It's not clogged.
But I mean, seals. You have start with a fresh one.
Yeah.
Instead of leaving traceless in it.
Right. Yeah.
When you're done, you pull the thing out and flush it, and then put it back. That's a nightmare. That's no one wants to do that.
Touchless is pretty nasty too on stuff. So if you're trying to, I don't know why you'd be putting touchless in a spray bottle, but yeah.
So he has a follow-up question. Does the Pro Series line of press-all use the industrial sprayer head?
Well, it's a different, it's like Industrial Plus.
Right.
It's a new version.
But it's
different seals.
But it's not plus enough. Right?
Apparently,
I mean,
but it has new seals built around brake buster, alkalinity. And so that's what took so long. 2 years of testing for brake buster. Yeah. And because brake buster is the nuke that was kind of killing everything, and we didn't have traceless to test. Yeah. So traceless came out at the same time as the
sprayer,
right? And there's nothing like traceless that exists,
right?
I mean, I know invisible glass works. Invisible glass is a high alcohol content. Vision works. Vision's a high ammonia
But I mean,
content.
traceless. I mean, shoot, you wipe your doorknob with it. If it's got paint on it, it'll strip the paint off of it. Right?
Yeah.
So like, you got to be careful with it.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a good time to talk about. We had the fellows from Pressall here this week.
Yeah, so Mr. Pressall, the owner of Pressall, he was he comes to the U.S. Once a year or so and makes a little round tour of his his best customers, and he brought Matthias, who's our sort of lead engineer,
Yeah, right.
who does all the product development for them, and so we got to spend a couple hours in the conference room, and we worked on the discussion around distribution worldwide.
Yeah.
And so we're going to have we'll have an agreement here soon, and I'll start sort of marketing and sort of telling you guys how to, if you're in Europe or you're in Australia, how to get the Pro Series if you wanted to sell it,
Right.
the best way to do that. And then we dug in a little bit more into new products. So we talked a lot about a entry level.
Yes.
We have the Pro Series, and then we talked about a future elite, battery powered level, we'd call it. So we'd have a good, better, best scenario. And so the good would be something like a dumbed down, maybe like a single action sprayer, and maybe a bottle that doesn't have fluorination. That saves a lot of cost.
Yep.
So, with a target of $10 or something like that would be our target. And then you have the Pro Series, which you already have, and then we have different colors. We then talked about the potential to create, again, a battery powered version.
Which is kind of cool, because the thought is you can use your existing press hulls, and you go to like if you want drying aid, for instance, you want a battery power to blast it out.
Yep. We're going to possibly develop a funnel for them, a fill funnel.
Right.
Not the $200 one that Rusty had made in the past, but something that was awesome, by the way. I wish we still had that sucker for filling your foam can. But now with the wide mouth, you don't need a funnel. But the funnel, the AccuMeasure, the sort of measuring cups. We talked about also making a different version of the bottle for production, where if we could sell it to other manufacturers or even ourselves that wanted to use a machine to apply labels.
Right.
The gallon, we spent quite a bit of time on the 5 liter. They were planning on 4 liter. I want it to be 5 liters.
Yeah.
Largely because 5 liters is 1.23 gallons or something like that. I don't want to buy a gallon of Brake Buster, dump it out of my Brake Buster, and have it be short.
Right.
And have to keep the old gallon. I want to be able to dump the full thing into the new, Pressall awesome gallon. Squeeze bottles obviously are coming. We talked about future colors. The black bottles are coming. They should be here. They're clearing customs. Should be here
next
any day.
week, hopefully.
So that's going to be big for us here in the next month or so, selling those.
Yeah, I think we had about 30 SKUs we were kind of looking at all together.
And then again, then our future is to then take all the great chemicals and bottle them ourselves. So great meeting, great. They're very receptive, super pumped about where we're headed with it, to have an entire line, and then we can go out eventually and go sell it to the world, sell it to everybody. All that work, all that risk, all the gamble, and we're gonna find out the next generation of the fluorination, and see what if we figured out the fluorination. The black bottles, I think, are gonna be really sick. And then making different colors. And, the other thing we talked about was a timeline to get to U.S. production, where we could cut out a lot, because a good percentage of the cost is getting it here.
Yeah. All right, so Robert says, how in the world does it not bother you to let those tire nibs just fall to the Swiss Tracks floor? I cringe every time they just fall.
Well, I didn't, on the DNIB video, I didn't let it fall. It depends on the level of the cleanliness of my Swiss Tracks. Right now, nothing's falling on it, but they'll suck right up through it.
Yeah, you get it with the vacuum, right?
Oh, yeah.
And that's just for everybody to know, the DNIB kit is available. It's on Reserve Your Spot or back order or whatever you want to call it. We have like 50 kits coming in next week. So
so don't hesitate to buy. It's not like one of these things with tools you've had in the past where you order them and 6 months later they show up. We have them. They should be here shortly.
Yeah. And then we also, as we've talked about, we're working on our more simplified tool kits. So we have plier kits available now, and the standard wrench sets available. We thought we'd have screwdrivers up, but Weir hasn't been able to deliver those, so we're working through that. But more simple, smaller starting tool sets, and then tool grid to go along with them.
Yep.
So let's see here. Mopar says, Matt, you've talked about what shoes you like, but what is the best no-show sock?
Well, apparently we're not cool anymore.
That's way out of fashion.
Yeah. It's an Under Armour. I buy their true to size. I buy like my size, whatever, of 10 to 14, whatever it is. It's got like a gray toe and black. I only like black socks. I don't like white.
Right.
Because then it gets dirty. It looks dirty. If it's black, you won't know. I don't walk around the floor, so mine are probably pretty clean.
Yeah.
But nothing grosses me out more than like a brown.
Like the bottom of the sock?
Yeah,
Is that what you're talking about?
I can't do it. Kate does it all the time. Ryan, they have dirty bottoms. Ugh.
Yeah.
Mine are probably pretty clean. Probably wouldn't be because of
Right.
my shoes, and I'm not walking around on the dirty floor.
Just don't wear socks. That's just solves all the problems.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but Under Armour, you'll see them.
Yeah.
It's black with a dark, like gunmetal gray toe, and I just buy them by the dozen. And I usually throw them away like every 6 months and just get a new batch. And I make sure that I'm the only one in the house that has them because I don't want to be sharing that crap.
So Progression Decibel says, Matt, love the recent Bracco wash video. May you recommend which cabinet product brand offers shallower depth cabinets? I can only afford about 18 to 20 inch depth. He's going to love MSS.
MSS is going to be 100% the way to go.
Yeah, I think
now there is a
just
Rousseau,
under 20 inches. What
there is Rousseau shallow.
Yeah,
so we can do Rousseau shallow. I think it's like 20.
Yeah,
but it's it's Rousseau money.
Right.
So depending on if you're in Rousseau money, get the frickin' Rousseaus. Kyle and design, Chris and Kyle could design them for you. But if you're looking for something more attainable, the MSS is going to be the way to go. We're going to be, you'll see videos coming out here in the coming weeks.
Right.
And then we'll be launching early December for pre-order and design with deliveries starting in January. Right. And they'll be module based, so you're going to be buying like pre-configured cabinet arrays. Right.
Yeah, so don't if you want MSS now, don't hit up a design yet. They
don't have any.
They can't help you, so they can't help you. It's coming in December.
Right.
Like I said, there is Sonic has a website in Europe. You can see all the features and details and cabinet styles and that sort of thing. But we can't help you yet.
Yeah, only one color. It's black with a dark gunmetal gray, drawer color and cabinet face color. But man, it's gonna freaking look insane in people's garages. I'm so pumped for it.
Yeah. So Damien says, getting some Built Hammer Surfx HD. Any positives or negatives for using it in car detailing?
Not really. I mean, I'm not an all-purpose cleaning user.
Right.
I'm not an all-purpose cleaner expert. Some people like to have this would make sense if you're a mobile. You want to limit the amount of detail of chemicals you're carrying around with you, so you want as much versatility as possible. But I absolutely am not using a all-purpose cleaner in the interior. It's like nuke for leather, and a lot of detailers will use it because it will clean it up. But you're eventually going to nuke the leather doing that too long. Now it might take years, but I like to use stuff that's properly pH balanced from the leather people for the leather. I use an all-purpose cleaner on the engine bay, and that's about it. Right. And so I used it on the engine bay just yesterday on the Bronco and foamed well. I used the roughly 1.5% dilution.
What about around the house? Would you use it around the house?
Not really. No.
What's your go-to all-purpose cleaner for the inside the house? You have one?
Not really. I mean, I use invisible glass on pretty much everything, or traceless.
Yeah, traceless is just aggressive though.
Yeah, traceless is it's good for everything except for grease and like black plastic.
To me, like paint.
Yeah,
it'll strip paint, so that's the thing you got to watch out. Just on that topic, Surfex Corusol are now available at Detailed Image.
Yep.
So we shipped that this week. So it'll be getting there next week, most likely. So
And
that's
then
available.
didn't Ryan just open up his place?
Yeah,
Fine Detailing?
Ryan Weiss opened up Fine Detailing in Scottsdale, Arizona. So
he has a whole Bill Hamber, most
Yeah.
of the Bill Hamber line.
Yep.
He has some of the OG products as well.
Yeah.
He has Armor Detail Supply. So I
Mhm.
think his grand opening was this week.
I don't know if it was a grand opening or a soft opening, but he's
Gotcha.
open. So check him out. Fine Detailing in Arizona. So OG customer, and he was an affiliate with us, and so he's sort of progressed, along with OG. So we appreciate that support, and we want to support him. So let's see here. Who's next?
Did you ever get with Josh V? Is he gonna have Bill Hamber in the store out in San Diego?
I've got no response, so
Gotcha.
we'll see.
Okay.
We'll see what comes back
I'll
there.
text him and
Yeah.
tell him, yeah. He was trying to get me, he got to get you to buy it, but he's probably drinking from a fire hose.
I'll
and getting
recheck
set
it
up.
again. Yeah, we can follow up.
Yep.
Shaz says, need a new toolbox, approximately 40-inch wide. I'm starting my tool collection. Which toolbox and which tools?
I think you'd want how wide is the S12 XD? You either want S9, S12, or S15 Sonic Next box. Or if you want to pony up, you can do a Rousseau. We can custom make it. The Rousseau boxes are amazing.
I was just pulling them up here.
Yeah, what's the S12 width? Oh, I think it's probably about 40.
Toolbox.
Just search S12 XD in the top right. S12. That's the old one, but it's going to be the same size. There it is. Yep. Next, it's probably going to be in
Specs.
centimeters.
It's 39.
Yeah.
So that's the one.
That's what you want.
Yeah, good pull.
Yep. Yeah. S12 XD,
Mhm.
because it gives you the extra depth. You can fit more tools in it.
Yeah.
It's got great casters. It's not crazy expensive. How much is that thing? $4,000. It's not crazy expensive. It's the fit, finish, look of it.
Yeah,
I mean,
4150.
The drawers are 200-pound capacity drawers, so they're not Rousseau capacity. But if you put more than that in a toolbox, it can tip over anyway. Or have us custom make you a Rousseau.
Right.
But how much was that, Sonic?
4150.
So Rousseau's not that much
Yeah.
more. It might even be a little bit less.
Hmm.
So if you want us to
Yeah.
custom make you Rousseau, the advantage of Rousseau, we can get you whatever color
Yeah,
you
it's
want,
pick the
whatever drawer
color.
combinations you
Right.
want. Problem is it's going to be 10 weeks to
Yeah,
deliver.
right. The other problem is he's asking Sonic or custom with tool grid,
Yeah.
right? I mean, the Sonic foams and tools are just so easy to go in that and fit perfect and all that. So Rousseau,
So if I'm you, I'm buying the S12 XD,
yeah,
ponying up for one or two drawers of the XD foams.
right.
So go to the OG site, look at the master collection, look at the Sonic MSS Plus master collection, and then there's 20-something drawers, and then kind of narrow it down to the things you want. The OG master collection is me cutting apart the catalog of everything that exists and sorting through it. The ones that I've chosen are the best.
Right.
And then you can only fit it's what nine drawers, so you can only fit 9 foams in there, so you can kind of just bite off one at a time.
So you were in one of the back rooms today. You were pretty excited. Tommy's room.
Oh yeah, Tommy's room, yeah. So we're building out our wash station, and so I know I've been holding you guys off, but we're looking for 10 people to be the initial product testers. So this will be a working production version.
Yeah.
But let's call it a working prototype.
Right.
Where if you want to be the part of this little Zoom group, where we're going to put a group of guys together, we need 10 for single, 5 for dual.
Right.
You can choose Krenza or AR if you want.
Correct.
And so it's going to be the full wash station. And so do water treatment, the swiveling hose reel mount,
Yeah.
the Cox hose reel, full Mossmatic setup, wand holder on the side if you want. And so we want 15 people. Now, don't get too excited. These aren't free. You got to buy them, right? So you're what, $5,000
Yep.
for the single is what the retail is.
And
It's probably going to be more than that. So you will get kind of an introductory pricing.
Right.
We don't know 100% what it's going to cost
Right.
because once you guys put it out in the wild.
Yep.
The advantage is and I know I'm asking a lot here, you're getting it, and you're going to get some inside access to Tommy and I and Joe Pichette as we're developing it. We would need you to it's going to be very demanding here. We're going to need you to like install it, work with us. The beauty of it is you're going to have access to Tommy and Joe who've developed it.
And I think what's really important is it needs to be installed quickly. Right?
Yes.
This isn't, we want you to be using it.
So this is, what is our timing? We're maybe a month out?
Yeah. I mean, our aggressive date is end of this month. It's shipping first week of November. So you'd figure it's going to ship sometime in November.
So there's a lot of like requirements here. Yeah. So we need you to have the garage done, ready to go, install it the day within a week that you get it.
Right.
We need you to spend $1 trillion to buy it.
Yeah.
We need you to be available probably a couple of hours over the course of the next couple of months as we develop it, to give us feedback. We want feedback on the instructions. We want feedback on the installation. We want feedback on function, form,
reliability, use, wear and tear,
rusting. Is there problems with it? How's the pressure washer functioning? The duals, is the dual working?
Right.
Is the water treatment, is it good?
And they're configurable. So basically, a single is a single, but we just buy another single, and that's what gets you a double. So they're modular in that
Correct.
way.
So if you wanted to be one of the 10 singles, thinking you don't have the cash to buy the dual,
right?
And because then the dual adds on. It's not double for the dual because you don't have 2 hose reels and stuff like that.
But it's pretty close.
Right. There's not a lot of difference between the cab to cab because it has everything basically except for the hose and the hose reel and the wand holder and the gun. So I think it's probably $4,000 for the for the dual. So I think the dual is 9 and the other's 10 or 5 and 9 or something like that.
Right.
And so I know I'm asking a lot here, but you're going to get some inside access.
Yep.
You're getting it first. We're going to stand behind it, make sure it works. We're going to have to send you some parts and stuff along the way.
We might have to upgrade some stuff through it. Yeah.
Right. So hit up, not me. Send an email to Tommy@obsessedgarage.com.
Right.
We need 10 and 5. If you don't get an email back, you weren't picked. So I need you to tell your story. Why should you be the first to have this? We need you to participate here.
Right.
And so in order to give the feedback. So if you're one of those beta tester guys, you like to be cutting edge, you're going to take pictures and share it and do your whole thing and share with everybody it's going to be a game changer, and it's likely going to be out of stock forever. People are going to be build to order, I would guess.
Yeah, I think we're planning to do more like drops, right? We'll build them in batches. And
so think of it this way, and I know that sounds like a lot of money. The current solution is $4,000, and you have to hire an electrician. You have to do all this extra stuff. You have to cut the drywall, mount it all. This is going to come pre-built.
Right.
I don't think we'll have the pressure washer on the shelf or the hose reel on it.
No.
So there'll be some assembly required, but it's going to be like you're going to put together in an hour or two.
The plumbing and all that. Right?
Correct. So you're going to put it together in an hour or two, rather than taking weeks of hard labor to get it installed. If you have something to plug it into, you have a 20 amp somewhere nearby, and a hose bib somewhere nearby. Now you may want to still plumb it in, but you're not going to be cutting drywall because you're just sticking on the floor, level the feet.
Yep.
You can use the cleat if you want to mount it to the wall. We suggest mounting it to the wall, but we're going to help with all that stuff. So,
and fit and finish is very much like a Sonic MSS Plus cabinet.
Correct.
Right? Black and
correct. So it's black
satin crinkle.
It's a crinkle coat, powder coat, just like Sonic MSS and the new MSS Plus. It's got TDS incoming, outgoing.
Yep.
It's got the ability to keep up with about 10 gallons per minute. But the main purpose of this thing is the pressure washing, right? So I have something to mount everything to.
Yep.
So it's one contiguous solution. It's expensive. We're building. We're not like tripling our money here. We're in fact making probably lower margin than we make on the current system.
Yeah, for sure.
We were hoping that we could make it for nothing, but because we're making it in the U.S., we're making it, what it needs to be, not to a price point, and then we figured out what it's going to cost. But I'm telling you, it's what you want in your garage. Me now having it, like I couldn't live without it.
It's very simple.
So if you're in, hit us up.
Yep. Tommy at Assess Garage.
Yep.
And like Matt said, if he gets 1,000 emails, he's not going to reply to everybody. So he's going to reply. If you get picked, he's going to reply to you.
Yep.
You may get a sorry no, but don't.
Yeah, and then you can choose if you want to do the AR630 or you want to do the Krenslow. I'm cool with either one.
Yeah.
I would do the 630 hot.
Right.
With the nickel plated head.
Yep.
Spend the extra. What is it? $100.
Something like that. 110, 120. Let's see here.
So it's happening.
Pablo Concrete. Hey, Matt, do you know when the Rag Company content from Helen will come out?
Who knows with those guys?
And then it'll be 6 months from now. Right?
Yeah,
3 months from now.
They produce a lot of Amazon content and stuff. So who knows? But I would guess in the next month or two. Mine's all out that day, next day, done. One man show.
You're like
and 9 of those jokers take them frickin' 3 months to get it done. So yeah.
Slim Joy says, what would be the safer alternative to touchless? Because sometimes sun is unavoidable. And also, what would be safe ratio between cleaning effect and avoiding damage?
Well, this is where I just go back to your traditional method. Just use a pH neutral soap and just wash it normally. So don't do the pre-wash, unless you can do the pre-wash really fast. But I would think even in the sun, if you go quickly, especially if you have treated deionized water, you should be able to get it done. Where I got in trouble in my wash 6 cars is I tried to do all 6 in a row and it sat too long.
I don't know if this makes sense or not, but could you partially foam? Like, could you foam the front clip of the car and then hose it off
So break it up,
Yeah.
and also use a lower dilution.
Right.
Pete swears just use 0.5%, 0.5% PIR.
Right.
I'm always if I can do 2, I'm doing 2.
Yeah, you're nuking it.
Right. So just ratchet back the dilution and subsection the car and maybe let it sit a little less long.
Yeah, just don't let it dry, right?
Yep.
Don't let it get hot. Progression Decibel. Matt, on a past live video, you recommended Kosh Chemi ASC for all around the house too. Is Surface HD comparable or more closer in strength to Green Star?
No, it's like Green Star.
Green Star.
Yep. Yeah, I wouldn't use an all-purpose cleaner unless you're cleaning the tile floor. But I don't know what kind of residue would be left behind. Most all-purpose cleaners kind of leave a film behind that you don't want.
Right. So, John, I don't know why you picked this one, but he says sapphire blue to match the 69 Bronco in there.
Those are the cabinets. Yeah,
I know. Yeah, but I guess we need to see a picture of his Bronco.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
Yeah, sapphire blue is awesome. That's the color I have.
How much did Tool Grid go up in price? Will they be one of the items that with the extra discount on Black Friday this year, or are you guys looking at something else for Black Friday special? So Tool Grid basically doubled.
Mm-hmm.
The tariff was over 100% tariff from China. So that's not in our control. We are working with them to try to bring that down. We have maybe some different ways of buying it between us that we can bring that down. So we're working through that. For Black Friday, we're working on, we will obviously have, a big Black Friday sale. We will have certain things that have different discounts based upon the vendor, right? If the vendor's providing something, we can provide something different. And then we do our normal, 10%. So stay tuned on that. We'll post that up. Let's see here. Matt, gonna soon jump from my Tesla Model Y and was highly interested in a Rivian. You still recommend the brand and vehicle? Read somewhere the brand has a lot of investor debt, which worries me for longevity.
Yeah, I think Rivian's great.
They look cool.
Yeah,
they work great, right?
You're getting Well, now I think the price has gone way up. Like I think the latest quad motor launch is what, 130 grand or something like that.
Plus the tax incentives are gone. But you probably, if you can afford that, you probably weren't getting the tax incentive.
True.
You make too much money.
Yeah, I don't know that I'd be scared. I mean,
They are backed by Volkswagen, right? And
I think so, yeah.
did Ford pull out? I mean, Ford was backing them for some amount of time, but I think they maybe reduced their interest.
I don't know that I'd be all that worried about the software support in the future. I think someone would. They're far enough along now that someone would buy their IP or buy them and support it. I would think. So I didn't worry about that at all.
The big negative to me for them is, no CarPlay and stuff like that. So you're committing to their software. So that's the
and they don't have any of the self-driving tech. That was the thing for me. But I really like that thing. It's really nice. I wouldn't worry about it. If you like it, just get it.
Right.
You're probably only going to have it for a couple of years anyway.
Just lease it, and then you won't have any problems.
There you go.
Could the new Sonic MSS locker cabinets be outfitted with the leveling casters for occasional movement?
You'd have to do some modification to the...
Is it weld some plates on or something?
Correct, because the bottom of the cabinet is not robust enough for, I don't think. Because they were doing that with the 1540 and making a rolling 1540 cabinet, but they had to do some, weld some plates into the bottom.
Yeah, what I would do is I would actually build a frame with casters and then drop it into the frame, and then that should work. That's probably the best way to move it around. Let's see here. Shaz says, how much better are the custom tools versus the Sonic? I think I want a Sonic toolbox, but am I missing out by using the Sonic foam inlays instead of the fancy tools? This is a timely question.
I don't think so. I've spent just this week on Tuesday. I got up at 6:30. I was out in the garage until was it 7 p.m.?
Mm-hmm.
8 p.m. I did go out and did a run ruck, so I went out and did a little bit of, work in between, working out in between at like 2 or 3 o'clock. But I spent 10 hours with these tools, and then another 10 or 15 hours over the week to add to God only knows how many hours. It goes so fast.
Right.
It's so much fun for me. It might be a nightmare for others, but So what I'm getting at is I've a lot of experience with the darn individual tools. And like here at HQ, I don't think I'm really going to worry about sprinkling in any of those in my set, that I'll be doing a lot more work here than I will at my house. I just think that the simplicity and the cost, it's about a third the cost. Mm-hmm. Maybe even more like a quarter the cost, because the tool grid, I didn't even add in the tool grid.
Tool grid's not cheap.
I probably have $5,000 worth of tool grid in my garage, maybe more, with the doubling the price.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
When I did the Harbor Hills house, I had $3,500, and it's way more than that. So it's a bigger array, and I did more tool grid. So I think, unless I'm...
If you want a 6-month project, right, and you want to spend 3x, then you would go with the
It's not 3 times better. Right. It's not 2 times better. It's 1 point something times better.
Yeah.
And it's negative something.
I think the other thing to keep in mind, like the first time I saw Sonic, my first impression was, they're not polished. They don't look like a Snap-on tool.
That's a big selling point. I hate that.
Yeah, but once you
that's why I originally bought it.
But once you actually see them and you actually use them, like the fit and finish on them is really good, and they're very robust, right? So
and they're all warranted. You just take a picture, you send it to them, they send you a new tool.
They look good, they feel good, they work well,
And the foam is the thing that creates the real positive ROI for me.
Yeah, the foam's killer. Yeah, it's absolutely.
And if you're one of those people who stresses out about getting everything perfect, you're going to have a hard time with tool grid.
Yeah.
Because it's never going to be perfect. You're always going to be moving around.
And you're always going to second guess it.
Yeah.
Because you can always move it around, right? All right. Matt, are there any automotive YouTubers you watch other than LZ? I haven't gotten you to watch M539 yet.
No.
You won't commit to shredding.
Let's see. I mean,
Haggerty,
I'll check in on TJ Hunt. I'll check in on Dustin Williams.
Cletus. No Cletus.
I'll check in on
Chris Harris.
Amelia Hartford sometimes, because we did her garage.
Okay.
One of her garages a while back.
Matt Farah.
Not usually.
You don't do too many car people, right?
I mean, I'll check in on cars with Luke.
Okay.
He's just such a bad driver that I struggle watching him. He's not a bad driver. He's just a very cautious driver.
Oh,
I want him to.
I was curious what bad meant. Is he nonchalant?
No, I'm a cautious driver, and he makes me look like a wild man. He's the guy in the mountains, the Swiss Alps, and he just short shifts a lot. And but his production value is really great, and he's always in a GT3 of some sort, and he's in the greatest part in the Swiss Alps in the world.
Right.
Check in on him. Larry Chen sometimes.
Yeah. Did you see his little video of the manual electric 86?
No.
AE 86. That car is really cool. It's really cool.
Who else? I mean,
Check that one out.
I'm sure I do a lot.
Harry's
but
Garage.
No. I don't think I've ever watched that channel. That's about it. I mean, most of my YouTube viewing recently.
Matt's Off Road. You don't watch Matt's Off Road?
No. All In. Rogan. Yeah.
Those aren't YouTubers though. Those are podcasters.
I canceled Spotify.
Yeah.
I don't listen to Spotify anymore. I only watch it on YouTube. So, yeah, I mean the problem with most car channels is it's other people's stuff.
Well, there's reviewers too, right?
But they don't know what they're talking about.
Car Wow. You watch the
they don't
drag races? You don't watch the drag races
They don't know what they're talking about. They don't own the cars.
Okay. What's that? That dude in blue?
Sometimes. Yeah.
So you don't like the resurrection stuff, like legit street cars or any of that kind of stuff, right?
No, I hate that stuff. I don't want some stinky, because I know what those cars look like at the end. They're full of crap. B is for Bill, Freddie. I mean, all their cars are junk. At the end, it's it's fine for them.
Right.
But for me, it's that would be I wouldn't. Their final result is my nightmare.
Right.
And so where they're starting is off the deep end.
Right. VinWiki?
Yeah, but those are my friends, so I'll check in on Freddie. I'll
Sure.
check in on Ed. I mean, we built Ed's garage.
Right.
When something makes sense, I'll check in on them. See, how's the channel doing? Watch a couple videos. But I'm telling you, I'm turning into an old man. I'm watching Bill O'Reilly.
I know. Yeah, you brought that up the other day. It's
he's so sharp, that guy, man. Although the thing that made me think less of him, he doesn't know how to do anything. He was talking about he's a Luddite. He doesn't know how to do anything technology. I'm like, how could you be so smart and not...
No interest, probably.
Yeah.
He's probably reading the paper, reading every paper he can get, reading every book he can get.
Right, yeah.
It's just he has a different obsession.
Yeah, I get that, but I read stuff too, but maybe not at that voracious, because he's more of a historian than anything.
Yeah.
And so I just like his take, because he's not like this red pill, right wing Republican guy. He's just a guy.
Right. He has a guy with an opinion.
Yeah. Who's that other guy you had me listening to? The real crotchety old guy?
Scott Adams?
Yeah. You still
Dilbert,
listen to him?
the guy that created Dilbert? I love Scott Adams.
What's he on lately? Is he losing his mind, or?
Well, he was almost going to die. He had prostate cancer or something, but and then he got a drug that pulled him out of it. He was doing his last will and testament on the podcast.
But he's
a sharp dude too. He's really smart. He's interesting because he's a hypnotist. He wrote Dilbert.
Mm-hmm.
Right? But he's he knows how to influence people. So he describes ways for people to influence the conversation, which I always find very interesting because of the logic.
What else have I been watching lately? I hit my buddy Joe up. Joe Knows Best, Joe Benedetti.
Mm-hmm.
Their podcast, Stone Sour or something like that. And so I hit him up and said, "Hey, I'm gonna come to Houston. I'm gonna go through your garages. You need to put me on the podcast. We'll see." I said, "I never invited myself on somebody else's podcast ever, but I'm inviting myself.
All right.
And do I have enough pull to get on this thing?"
Yeah.
Don't Be Sour is the podcast.
Do you listen to what about all the Gary Brecka, Peter Attia? Do you do the medical?
I get in on those like ebbs and flows.
Certain topics, so maybe you'll be interested.
Correct. Yeah, Andrew Huberman. But I don't like have like a regular regimen of listening to those. It's like when I'm, usually when I'm rucking, that's when I kind of get on that, like reinforce what I'm doing here, and then I go on different fits and starts of this. Like I'll get on a Gary V.
Right.
When
You're
he's
researching
talking about-
something, or you find someone that's new voice, you'll listen to them a bunch.
Yep.
All right. Speaking of TV, what HDMI cable do you use for your TV, and does it matter?
Definitely matters because half of them don't work. A couple of good bets. The ones I've been using forever, the Velux from Metra are great. And then SVSs seem to work pretty well too. SVS is a good bet. Because you need them to be like stamped, sealed, they need to work.
Right.
Because if you're trying to do anything 4K or above, it can be problematic. HDMI is so annoying. It's like such a terrible format that the connection isn't good. The whole thing that our entire video platform is based on HDMI is such a terrible choice. But we're stuck.
Okay, John, you need to figure out the setting that puts the super chats up top so we see them first. Valentin says, "Hi, Matt. Would you ever consider getting another Audi in the future? I know you had an Audi S4 for a short time. Thoughts on the newer Audi RS3 or AMGs?" We're going to thank you for the super chat before Matt tells you no. So,
yeah, I don't think so. I mean, if I was driving, I would probably have an RS6 right now, and that would be like my highway bomb, car. Like that would probably have that because that thing's, and I'd have a crazy stereo in it, and I'd have some 22s on it, and slam it with the air ride, and I would. That's probably what I would have, but I would also complain about the fact that it plows through the turns and and it's just a heavy pig. I could see myself, getting an RS3 for Ryan or something, but that's a, 900.
I mean, there's been a rumor that they're putting that 5-cylinder in the Golf R, which would be kind of interesting.
Yeah, I love the look of Audis. I think I would maybe get an R8 someday after I've had like 900 GT3s, but it would have to be, it'd be a much
V10
longer.
or V8.
I mean, I guess you try to get the V10 if you can find a really good one. But, I mean, the V10 thing never really, like the V10 and the E60 M3. Like, I don't know. I don't really care all that much about it. It just wasn't something I was excited about ever.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I wouldn't get one. Because I'd end up, and they're certainly not an AMG.
Yeah, you're not a Mercedes. Oh, well, we did talk about one, though. Black Series,
C63,
manual swap.
Yeah. But even then, I'm sure I'll hate it because the rear end in that thing is a disaster. It just bounces around. Terrible performing car, from a driver's perspective. Right. From a brute force sound.
If you want to do donuts, they're a great car.
Right.
Okay. Why did you not use Built Hammer Review on your side and back windows or your pan roof?
No, I did.
Panorama. Yeah, he did. He just didn't do them on the video.
Right. Yeah.
This is our new style, which is a little bit simpler, a little shorter, a little more meat.
Yeah, no, I did the whole car. Yeah. The whole car with it. It don't get it on your freaking rubber trim because it's
can't get it off.
It's harder to get off. Yeah. It comes off, but don't get it on that. But man, Review wipes off so nicely. It's a good glass polish.
Dylan says, "How do you deal with starting a new job? I received an offer that I think will take me to the next level, but I can't help feel underqualified, and getting used to the new team is making me anxious."
So I've been thinking about this lately, and I'm like, I'm ready to quit, and I'm just going to go get a job, And like, man, I would love that. To be honest, I would love it. Maybe it's an overabundance of self-confidence when it came to that. Because I know that it's like a new project, right? I would immerse myself. I would want a job that I was unqualified for. I would want a job that I wouldn't know if I had what it took to make it happen.
Yep.
Now, this is all speculation because I've only done this twice in my life. Well, like 3 if you count quitting and doing this.
Right.
So one was when I learned to sell when I got the job at Bryn Mawr, but I was too young and stupid to even know what I was doing. I just did it. Just everything was just innate, just following. Hey, yeah, I'll do it. Yeah, I'll take it. Yeah, I'll take the leap. Yeah, I'll learn how to sell. And then the Merrill Lynch was a big, because I knew that I was going to hate it for a long time. But I also like to suffer. So part of the hate was part of the motivation. And I also knew that I was 20 years younger than everybody else there.
Right.
I like that. I always liked that. But corporately, I haven't experienced it. But what my gut tells me is that I would really enjoy that process.
You know, one of the best things about starting a new job is the old job has a lot of, you're leaving behind everything that you were worried about. Like there's always stuff that you can't either fix or is undone or whatever. And it's like, it's a clean slate. So it's refreshing. So you got to embrace that. I'd say the other thing is even if you don't think you're qualified enough, just be smart, right? Go learn.
Right.
And if you have a team, your team can help train you, and be humble and honest and,
there's no such thing as being over-prepared.
Right.
So I would just spend every second of every waking moment.
Yeah.
You don't show up to work and say, train me. I'm going to show up ready to train,
Yeah. I mean, the way you got to think about it is it's like climbing a ladder, right? You got to put your hand on the next rung and pull yourself up. So that's the way you got to think about your job. So the ability to get to that next level is the hardest part. So pull it.
So
Go.
my 2 examples. When I got the job at Bryn Mawr Stereo, and before I showed up, I already knew a lot because I liked it already. But then I immersed myself in the catalog.
Right.
I didn't go to training because I was in school for I think it was maybe 6 or 7 months in.
Yeah. So
when I went to training, I mean, I was training the frickin' trainers. I'm like, oh, you didn't know this about the Yamaha, this and that. It was fun for me to confirm some of the knowledge. I did that in detailing a lot too. Like when I went to the first trainings, I already knew what I was doing, but I went there to confirm.
Right.
And to
it just gives you confidence. Right?
And you pick up 1 or 2 little things to make get to the next level.
Yeah.
So, and then at Merrill Lynch, when I started, my mentor told me this. He said, it would be really nice if you had some sort of designation, because you're so young, if you had some sort of letters behind your name.
Yeah.
And Merrill Lynch had an internal designation called Certified Financial Manager, which was like a CFP light.
Right.
And there was no time. You didn't have to have any sort of tenure,
seniority or anything.
Right. You didn't have to have a certain amount of time, because you couldn't hold yourself out as a CFP until you had 3 years of relevant experience. Right. So even if you passed the test and got everything done in 6 months, you can't use the term for a while. And so I've told the story a million times, but we had 3 months to pass your Series 7, 66 life, health, and variable annuity. And the risk is if you failed any of those tests, you're fired.
Oh,
right.
That is a risk.
So at least it was at my time, and then they kind of did away with that. But they're just
make sure that you're ready to take the test. That's great.
Right. And so this time in my life, so I never studied. I didn't know how to study.
Yeah.
And I was so used to from being in engineering. So I'm only 2 years removed from being in engineering school. I didn't know what was going on. I'm just sitting there I don't know what this guy's talking about. When you have 2 imaginary numbers, I and J, and I'm showing up kind of half interested, just want the degree is all I really want.
Right.
I was interested in volleyball, working out, and selling TVs. Once I got the job in home theater and car stereo, and so when I showed up at Merrill Lynch, I'm like, man, this is gonna be really. They told me how hard this is gonna be. Options are gonna be really hard, put options, call options, and I start reading chapter 1. and I take the practice test, it's like, wait a minute, I can just read this and I can understand it. Like, it was so foreign to me. I had no idea what was going on. I'm like, no, what am I missing here? There's got to be something more complex. Like, I read this and there's a definition of something. This is like elementary school.
Right.
And then I go into chapter 2. Now, the book is the STC manual. The training manual is like this thick. It's a lot of curriculum. Yeah. But, like, I could just read this like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
And then I got an 85 on my Series 7 because I'm like, I didn't want to waste time going to, you don't get any more for getting a 95. So I diverted that attention that I would have to get a 95 or 100 toward CFM.
Right.
So I wanted to have a designation. My point of this is just get hyper prepared. Learn everything there's to learn. Learn the people. Read their bio. Go find them on LinkedIn. Just immerse yourself in it. Don't do this bullcrap 9 to 5 nonsense. Make it 6 a.m. till 10 p.m., 11 p.m. every day. And go to work and just say yes to everything.
Yeah.
And you'll kill it.
That's right.
It's like the easiest thing in the world.
Yeah, and I think don't be intimidated because, you know, you and I were talking about this with our kids, right? Like, there's a lot of people that are in the workforce that are just not very good.
They're hung up on something. Most
Right.
people, they're hung up on the not good enough, not smart enough, not talented enough, not getting paid enough. There's some hang up.
Right.
They're caught up in inner office politics. They're caught up in drama.
Right.
They're caught up in something. Why? I can't even imagine wasting time with any of that.
Yeah.
It's just crazy to me. Now, this is why I own the company, you know, because it's crystal clear to me.
But the reality is, if you hustle and you just, you know, be humble, hustle and learn, and you'll be
so
almost
much
everybody.
Fun. It'd be so much fun.
If
somebody gives me $100 million, I'm gonna go get a job somewhere. You know, I'm gonna go to like a town where I could just walk to the place and go get a job. It'd be so much fun to start at the bottom. And then, you know,
undercover boss, right? Wasn't that their undercover CEO or something like that?
Yeah, I'm gonna go work at Home Depot. In 6 months, I'll be running that Home Depot. In 12 months, I'll be a regional manager. And 18
Assistant
months
to the
after
regional
that,
manager.
18 months after that, I'm gonna be in the C-suite. Gosh,
all right, we got another super chat. Thanks,
so
Martin.
much fun.
He says, "I shut down Alligator. I just wanted to say thank you for all the years you support from Matt, OG team, and OG customers. Being in a relationship with you has been incredibly positive and influence on my life."
So I hit Martin up. I'm like, hey, I'm ready to do my Bronco. He's like, hold up. I'm not doing this anymore. Hurt my back. Got a job.
Yeah.
Wish you luck. Yeah. Thanks, Martin.
This is your Tink guy, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks, John, for pushing that one. Let's see here. Get back up my list. Would Tommy throw out my application to be a tester if I just bought the AR630 V2? I don't think so. I think we talked about if you have a recent pressure we would consider that. Like,
oh, sure.
Yeah. We don't want to make you buy a pressure washer if you just bought one. So I would say put it in your application to Tommy, and we'll make that decision.
Yeah, for sure. If you already have the pressure washer, or you have some of the components, that's fine.
Yeah.
Now
we just have to keep everything sort of consistent. That's the main thing. So.
Right. Yeah, we don't want somebody with these old.
Yeah, if we introduce a bunch of variables, it'll cause us problems. So.
Right, you've got some 5-year-old pressure washer, and we're not sure. Then we have problems. And you're like, I got all these problems, and it turns out to be the pressure washer.
Mm-hmm. Let's see here. Blackwing says, have you used the Bosch GPX 12V-77 12-volt lithium-ion cordless brushless 77mm 3-inch spot repair polisher? That was a mouthful.
No, I meant to look it up last podcast.
It looks good, same level as Miraca level polisher. Please
but is it in the U.S.? I don't know. That's a good question. Bosch.
There we go. I also got an email. There's some new Flex brushless polishers out. I'll have to check on those.
Bosch spot polisher. 12 volt. What's the oh, that's a right angle.
It's a 12V-77 GPX.
12V AC 12 volt.
-77.
Hmm.
Everybody's Googling.
It's $200. Can't be good. GEX 12V.
GFX or GPX, he says.
Hmm.
Is there a GPX
This
version?
is the GEX. Brushless 77. Oh, that's a sander.
Yeah, maybe put GPX in your search.
There it is. GPX Bosch Professional. GPX. Consistent performance.
I know this is really interesting to watch Matt Google and read.
Battery charging, 5-speed selection. Find a local dealer. I don't want a local dealer. I just want to buy it.
All right. Well, we're going to work on that.
Oh, it's $359.
$359.
Here's $279. Oh, that's a GPO. These companies are so dumb.
Okay, while you're Googling,
Mm-hmm.
let's see. Matt, we need a series of wash and talks from all department heads like Mike F., Chris, Mike W., etc.
We did that a while back. We had a bunch of different wash and talks with a bunch of the people, and I made about halfway through and quit. I think it was Inside the Hex, wasn't it?
It seems like it's easier than it is, right? Like it's not easy to carry on a conversation for a 1 hour car wash.
Mm-hmm.
I know I would have a challenge for that. Plus, you wouldn't like my washing technique.
Yeah. Doing it with your
That would
T-shirt and Dawn.
Oh, no.
And a Rubbermaid bucket.
I'm not that bad. Let's see here. So what's on the agenda this weekend?
Let's see. I've got to run my 5K tomorrow morning.
That's right. Brownwood 5Ks tomorrow, right?
So
what's your target? What's your target time?
I don't know. I'm going on without one. I mean, my PR, my current was 23:30 something.
Okay.
So if I can beat that,
right.
Which I probably will.
It's cool right now. So, and you haven't been killing yourself.
Right. So my legs feel good. I rucked. All right. I did a pretty hefty CrossFit workout yesterday, running, but light. Lower impact. It was run 400. Do so you had 2 minutes to run 400, and then 2 minutes to do 60 double unders and 30 50-pound dumbbell snatches, and then 1 minute rest. 6 rounds of that, and so I almost made it through, which I'm pretty surprised, being in ketosis on carnivore. The last round I only got 20. I quit. I only got 20 snatches. And then I rucked that night, and my legs felt really good because I got my cold plunge back up and running.
Oh, there you go.
So I feel like my inflammation's doing pretty well.
So this is the new cold plunge is running?
Yep.
All right.
My plunge all in. And then I'm taking today off completely. No rucking, no running, nothing. I haven't taken a day off. It feels really weird. And then I'll go up and run the 5K. And have you ever run a 5K race with people? Mm-hmm. People show up with water bottles.
Oh yeah, your strollers. And you know what? So those races, there's so many people, right?
Yeah.
And then so the staging area, they
do they just say, hey, what's your time? They say, what's your time?
Yeah.
And
So they'll put a flag up, 7 minutes, 6 minute, 5, right?
Okay.
And everybody lines up in the wrong place.
Right. Of course. They're all.
I mean, you line up where. So my advice is, go much faster than whatever you think your time is for the lineup, so that you get past all the riffraff.
Yeah. I always start out and try to hang on as long as I can anyway. So I'll probably run like 6 something. First month, and just try to hang on.
But my biggest mistake the first time I did one was I put myself in the time that was right.
Yeah.
But there were people with 2 more minutes on their miles than me,
and they're in the way.
And I got to pass them all in the first, kilometer or whatever. It's a pain.
So my guess is I'll probably
just get up on the front with the tape, and when they pull the tape, you go.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter how slow you are or fast you are.
Yeah. The thing is, I put it on the calendar, so I had something to shoot for, and I don't even care.
You registered for it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'll probably win the 45 to 49 division, based on looking at old times. So I should win that pretty easily, unless some ringer shows up. So I'll be on the podium for my age group. I don't care about that. I probably wouldn't even go up or take the darn medal. I just want to just I see what it's like, and
Yeah.
I know I'm gonna hate it because it's like normie central.
Oh, there's gonna be a lot of old people. I mean, it's in the villages,
Yeah.
so you're gonna have a lot of olds out there. There's some pretty fit folks around here, though.
Well, I'm sure the the villages cross country kids will come and annihilate everybody.
Probably,
right?
yeah,
They're gonna
they'll
come
probably
run
come.
14, 15.
Get in right
5Ks.
behind those guys
And try to
and
hang on.
tuck in and draft.
Try to hang. I can't drive. They're tiny. They're skinny little people. So it'd be cool. I'd be pretty pumped if I ran in the 22s. I think I have the potential to run in the 21s. I just don't know how I'm going to feel.
Yeah.
I don't know if I probably need to be about 10 pounds lighter to run in the 21s, because my legs, I just don't have the spring anymore, you know what I'm saying? It's like there's no spring. Like my cardio, like I feel like I have some capacity here, and my legs
You're
just
mechanically limited. Trust me, I know exactly what you're talking about.
like, dang, man.
Being, 5 or 7 years older, however much older I am than you. Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, so I'm going to run that. I'm going to finish my drawers.
Okay.
I would like to finish my drawers and get into my, the little shed, I call it, where my air compressor is. I have the back thing.
Right.
I'd like to reorganize that.
Yeah.
Like all the way down to nuts and bolts and all those little things, organize that. I do have some parts and pieces I'm waiting to finish my array of some shelves and things.
Right.
And then I have to wait for some tool grid parts to completely finish it. But I want to get that checked off. I need to spend some time with the Swiss Trax colors.
Yeah, right.
So I want to play with those.
Yep.
I'd like to test out the max low pressure washer. And then I'd like to do, I was talking about my power station cabinet. I'd like to do that.
Where's that going to go?
It's in like that French 1800s cabinet that I have
By the pantry.
Yeah, right there.
That tall cabinet.
I did send all my arsenic water off.
Did you?
I'm finishing I feel bad, but I'm finishing all the sparkling I have, and it feels like I'm drinking alcohol or something because it's like wrong. But I sent back all of my Mountain Valley, and I installed. Chris and Service Plumbing, his guys came and installed the Echo RO into the Echo hydrogen generator, and so I've been drinking that water. It's delicious. It's amazing.
Great.
So, and it's basically free after, it's $2,500 for the system, but then I'll have that forever.
Yeah.
So,
and you don't have all the bottles and all the stuff.
Yeah, I hate bringing the bottles in off the
Yeah.
porch, especially the glass ones.
Yeah.
They're like 50 pounds a piece, 60 pounds a piece, and then nothing's worse than when you're filling up your water bottle and it's like it runs out. I'm like, and you got to switch it over, and there's water dribbling all over the place, and then it doesn't siphon right, and then sometimes it goes crazy where the machine won't suck the water out, and I got to go wiggle it around, and so I'm
first world problems, Matt. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, I'm glad to get rid of that.
All right, so, what's coming from Krenslow that can compete with the AR pressure washer?
No, nothing right now.
Yeah, they're not. They're resting on their laurels, aren't they?
Not the Americans, the Germans.
No, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, the Americans. Angela and I are on the same page.
When is Matt going to have his detailing contest, and who does he have in mind to go against?
Yeah, I don't know if I'll ever get it done because the people I'd want to go up against probably would be too scared to do it. I don't know. I have anybody in mind. Just say whoever thinks they're really good.
Yeah, open.
Open call. The cockier the better. And have them come and I'm probably not going to win, but it's not going to lose badly.
Right.
And that's all that. So I can't lose.
Right.
Right. So no one's going to want to do that. Because there's a good chance I'm going to win. And if I win, then it's like, well, you got the YouTuber that doesn't know what he's doing, who wins. Against most, like, there's probably only a couple hundred that are going to beat me. I mean, most detailers, mobile detail, these guys, it's going to be an annihilation, and they're going to come in real confident because I'm just a YouTuber. But I'm telling you. I've seen I've been all over the country.
Right.
And I've been a part of this for a long time.
The question is, who's going to be the judge?
Well, we'd have to get some impartial judges that also participated. And how do you judge it? Right. It'd have to be time, subjective finish,
Right.
technique, all those kind of things. But so if some pro came in and did twice as good a job in half the time, that's okay. There you go.
Yeah.
Takes me twice as long, or what happens if it takes me less time and the finish I got was subjectively better.
Right.
So there'd be some like subjective scoring. It's nonsense. So I'll probably never do it, but it's fun to talk about.
Yeah, you don't really want to do all that.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
Well, I would do that if I was
too many people all in one
right.
place.
Well, if
Too much
I
coordination.
wasn't confident in my ability, then
Right.
I would probably try to prove it.
Right.
I just don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care what people think about that. I say good luck.
So
My cars are pretty legit.
right.
What am I gonna? What can I say?
So Ben says, money mostly no object. Do you have any interest in a Carrera GT?
None.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is it? The dry clutch or whatever the thing's called. It's goofy.
Well, he said money no object, but I mean, you'd figure maintenance would be money no object.
No,
too.
I'm just saying it's annoying. You have to you have to slip it.
They're hard
in
to
order
drive.
Engage it. Yeah.
It's a very difficult car to drive. So.
Yeah. It's it's just not. I don't think it looks particularly.
See, I think you'd like a 918 Spider.
I would like a 918 for sure.
Because, basically open exhaust right above your head.
I'd rather have a 911R. I think that'll be, if I get rich, that's the car that I'd buy. I'd spend the $800,000 on it and buy one and have it. That's the car that I would get. I probably wouldn't do an ST. It would probably be a 911R.
No, the new 992s are too stiff. That's my impression. The 991s are
It's just too big.
They're bigger, but I mean, they ride a lot harder, and they're just the way they're tuned. They're more aggressive.
Yeah.
So where are you on selling all the cars and buying one car? Are you still on that trip, or have you figured out that a 458's just too much money?
Yeah, I'm not doing a 458. Forget
So.
it. Yep. I'm
You seem
not sure.
to have mellowed out on that.
We'll see what my garage feels like back here. That's what I'm kind of waiting for.
Right.
But I've thought about, again, the three to go would be the GT3, the M3, and the Evo.
Really?
So those would be the three, and the GT4 I think would stay.
That surprises me.
Well,
GT4
the GT4
over the GT3?
The GT4 is mine. The
Yes.
GT3 was somebody else's.
Oh, because you didn't spec it.
Correct. The M3 is basically mine because it was brand new,
Right.
basically.
Right.
So in the hierarchy, it would be GT4 M3, and then GT3 RS, and then Evo.
Yeah, I mean, personally, I think you got to keep the M3 no matter
The
what.
Evo's mine, too, because it was basically brand new. But the GT3 is a little molested, and maybe it'll feel more mine once I get.
Well, once
the
you
PPF
strip it
done.
and
Yeah.
get it all done, you may feel differently.
I'm looking forward to
You have to
that.
do that anyways.
Mm-hmm.
So, let's see. Arcane. Matt, do you think that there will be a kit to upgrade the AR630? I purchased mine from you before the hot one was available.
No. Nope.
Should just sell it.
Yep.
Take the hit, sell it, and buy the new one if you really want it. We didn't really know that the hot was coming with the nickel-plated head, so that's yeah.
There's a good chance that you time it right, and everybody might be out of stock.
Right. Yeah. I mean, they're AR630s are hard to get right now, so
Yeah.
you just have to know it's going to be hard. You get one before you sell the other one.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, we've kind of come to the end of the questions and answers here.
Yeah, I think that's all I
Anything,
got.
anything else you want to share today?
I'm just fighting the good fight, man.
Go back to my little question list here. I think we covered everything. Oh, wait. We have one breaking news.
Oh. What do we
Press all metal tips are available in the store.
got? Oh, really? We have them?
We have 5,000 press all tips. And
Nice.
So if you want to upgrade your tip from plastic,
Yeah, they'll fit.
they fit.
My advice is do a couple of, like a single reverse turn before you turn it. So you do a reverse turn so it seats on the threads. Don't force it. It'll screw on easily. If it's not easily, you're cross threading and jacking it up.
Yeah, be careful.
You'd have to be a moron to do it, to screw it up. So just don't take it as hard, but just do, if you do the right thing. And man, that's big news. How much are they?
They're expensive.
I'm sure.
$550 a tip.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Because they're not cheap to buy and they're not cheap to produce. So
Yeah.
Pressall bought a whole machine to do that.
Mm-hmm.
That step, right?
Sweet. So yeah, I mean, all your old Pressalls,
Yeah.
buy it up.
So those are in the store. I found those as I was
It's
poking
probably,
around,
it's probably
coming in.
You're gonna want to buy other stuff. So don't freaking start complaining. It's gonna be $6 to ship it. Complain to your, complain to I don't know.
Just
somebody.
sign up for a Hex membership and it'll be fine.
Oh shoot. Yeah, but they have a minimum.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, to avoid that, so I don't end up. It's cost me $8 to ship a $5 thing.
Right.
Yeah. So that's good. Yeah, I think we're going to get back to mountain biking next week. Are you down for that? How's your body doing?
Next week. I got NCAA women's soccer playoffs right now. So, we're going to Miami this week. Next week might be out, but it might be the week after.
Okay, so we'll get back into the fall riding.
I'm ready. I can ride the bike. It's running that's killing me.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I did pretty well, in Helen out because I haven't been on the bike, so I wasn't sure how my legs. But I'm so much lighter.
Yeah,
and
you're
fitter.
Yeah.
Yeah, that I can jump right on it and go. But I hadn't been on the bike at all, and I was like, oh man, how's this going to go? And I felt it a little bit in my legs, but being considerably lighter helped. And the crazy climb I always talk about, it wasn't that bad.
No big deal. Yeah.
I mean, it still gets so steep you have to walk one last section of it.
No, you don't.
No, you do.
No, you don't.
You do.
No,
The one section, because it's all rooted and you're gonna slip. But it wasn't as bad as I remember it to be. It was shorter than I remember it to be.
Right.
But man, cool. I ate so many freaking spider webs out there. It was terrible.
Missed the hills. I definitely missed the hills.
Yeah, I think
it's a different kind of riding when you're climbing.
I think I need a new bike.
Oh no.
That's a good idea. I'm gonna go shop for.
What kind of bike do you need? For up there?
Just a new one.
Or
no,
for
just
here?
a new fresh bike for here. Yeah.
You gonna upgrade and go with a pivot?
Does anyone want to buy any of my bikes? Hit me up. I have a Santa Cruz Blur, full, whatever, SRAM XX full on. I have the full kit. These are 2024s, I think. I have the high tower.
Right.
And then I have my old Yeti, if anybody wants to buy it. The Yeti's an XL. The other two are larges. My old Yeti is that's also whatever the Eagle XX, whatever
Bluetooth,
Yeti's
Bluetooth stuff.
highest level kit was at the time. So that bike I think is a 2000. That's a 20. It's probably a 2021 or something like that. 2020. Maybe it's before that.
Yeah, hardly ridden.
2019. That bike has probably 1,200 miles on it, something like that.
That much?
Yeah,
Okay.
I rode that bike a lot. Like a lot. I think my Blur probably has 500-600 miles on it. My high tower has 8 miles on it.
Right.
Maybe
that thing's
30.
Too big.
Yeah, my Crux. Maybe I should just sell my gravel bike. That was just sitting there collecting dust.
Yeah, you need a street bike though. Option.
Yeah, it's not hurting me to have it on the wall.
Yeah.
It's in a good spot. All looks good. But I'd like to get some new ones just for fun. So,
all right. Well, there you go.
Anyway,
Go shopping at Matt's house.
See you guys next week. Thanks for listening.
Yeah. Thank you.
Later.